But if you're on a fad diet, if you're on those diets, then you feel and you have that mentality where like, oh, I couldn't eat this way today. I'm just going to start again tomorrow. And what you'll find is you're just constantly starting over again and you're actually never moving forward. Hello, what's going on? So today I want to talk about why diets keep you failing, okay, and what you can do about it, okay? So now, most people have the wrong idea about diets. They look at a diet as a negative thing, and it's probably why they keep failing. So it's interesting because I remember one day I was eating a meal with my daughter, and my oldest daughter, and she said, oh, I'm on the Skyla diet. And I was like, whoa, Sky, you can't say that. Somebody's going to think that we're starving you or something. And she's like, what? I don't get it. Why? And I asked her, like, well, what do you think a diet means? And she's like, it's just what I eat every day. Boom. And that's exactly what it means. A diet is the kind of food that you eat day in and day out. That's your diet, right? Now, what most people are referring to is a fad, right? A fad is an intense and widely shared enthusiasm for something, especially one that is short-lived and without basis in the object's qualities, a craze. So most people are referring to a fad diet, not a diet, because everybody's on a diet, right? So the reason why fad diets are not sustainable is because, for one, they have such strict rules or guidelines that it's not practical. Life is not perfect. Things are going to go wrong, and you have to understand how to adjust. But if you're on a fad diet, if you're on those diets, then you feel and you have that mentality where like, oh, I couldn't eat this way today. I'm just going to start again tomorrow. And what you'll find is you're just constantly starting over again and you're actually never moving forward. So get out of that mentality, guys, okay? Another thing is fad diets create the belief that you can do this one thing or take this one thing or stop doing this one thing and see results. I'm going to tell you right now, guys, if there was one thing that you can do to get results, I would be on it. The rest of the world would be on it. Somebody would have already gotten rich off of it. It's not possible, okay? So any things that you see, don't be fooled by it. Apple cider vinegar, is that going to make a difference? Probably not. Not the way you think. If I stop eating at a certain time, is that going to make a difference? It might not. That's not the solution, right? Is it a waist trainer that's going to make me lose the weight in my stomach and make it smaller? No, probably not. It's going to be what you eat every day and what you're doing every day. That's what it is. So don't be fooled by things that are trying to give you quick fixes that sound too good to be true, okay? Another thing, fad diets, I feel, make you have a bad relationship with food because they make you look at certain foods or food groups like they're good or bad. And here's the thing, guys, there's no such thing as good or bad food, okay? Because if you look at what's healthy, what's a healthy drink? Water. But if you drink an excess amount of water, there is a point where it becomes harmful to your health, okay? You can die from it. Therefore, water is bad? No. It's, again, you can't take things to the extreme. Obviously, a lot of something is probably not going to be good, right? So just keep that in mind. There's no such thing as good or bad. It's probably it's in the amount that makes the difference, okay? Another thing, fad diets disregard the biological difference from one person to the next, okay? If you're on a diet that says you need to eat this, this, and this, and you eat it, and then you don't feel good, it's not for you because that one thing there's something in there that might be causing you to feel bloated, nauseous, headache, whatever. And just to give you an example, it's like I used to eat brown rice all the time, and brown rice is considered healthy, right? And at one point, I just started feeling really bloated. I didn't know what was causing me to be bloated. And I found out it was the brown rice. I had developed some kind of allergy to it. So I stopped eating it. I started eating white rice and I felt better. So that's how I determined that it was the brown rice. Then a few years later, I started eating it again and I was fine. So you got to understand that just because a food is quote unquote healthy doesn't mean it's going to be healthy for you. And that's why you have to listen to your body. But fad diets don't tell you to do that. They just say, follow this. They don't teach you that, right? Another thing, fad diets make you feel like something is wrong with you when things don't work. I see this all the time where people try something and you know, they just can't stick with it. Oh, I don't have the willpower, you know. I wouldn't have the willpower either, you know. Now, don't get me wrong. There is a time and place for being strict, but most people, they just want to look good and be healthy. And it's not necessary, right? And then the last thing is fad diets cause confusion as to what actually drives weight loss and muscle gain. So when you don't see results, you just jump to something else. That's super important, guys, that you need to understand that there is a science behind that. And that's one of the things that you can start to do right now to be able to get to your goal in a way that you can actually stick with and enjoy, is just realize that nutrition is not a belief. Most people are saying, oh, this is what works. This is how you have to do it exactly. That's not true, guys. There is a science behind it, okay? And I go over it in my videos. If you watch them, you're gonna know what to do. Right now, it's just taking that information and actually applying it in your life. And the problem why people struggle with that is because it's a lot. It's a lot of stuff to be able to manage. But just like you manage work, or just like you manage, your schedule, you have to manage those things into your schedule to be able to change your lifestyle. Because if you keep doing what you're doing now, you're going to keep getting the same results. So it almost does require you to become a different person to be able to get to that new place, that new you that you want to become, because you can't be the same you and get a different result. You can't have the same lifestyle and get a different result, right? You have to change some habits to be able to change your body, your lifestyle, and so on. You also got to understand how weight loss and muscle gain works, okay? Super important. If you don't, I say it over and over and over again in all my videos. Go check them out. Once you get that, you can take any of these fad diets, and that's the next thing. You got to understand that these fad diets, most of them, they're strategies. Intermittent fasting is a strategy. Is it what drives results? No. Can it help you get results? Yes. But people think, oh, I need to do intermittent fasting. Why am I not seeing results? Well, you're probably eating too much food. You're probably not moving enough. Boom, that's it, right? Keto. Right now, depending on what phase I'm in of training, because my kinds of results that I want are pretty high. I set the bar pretty high, and I want to be like super shredded. So that's different. Again, you got to take into your goals. Most people just want to lose weight and be healthy and look good. It doesn't require you to cut out carbs, yet I see so many people cutting out carbs. And again, that is a strategy. And remember, anytime you completely remove a food group, there's going to be deficiencies. Hormonally, things are going to go wrong. And then you're left with, well, why isn't that working? Why do I feel like crap? Okay. And again, as simple as I try to explain it in my other videos, life is not that simple. But if you understand how this works, you're not going to be confined by rules that are set in these diets that make you feel like you keep failing, right? And again, just be aware of this, okay? It's super important that if you have been struggling with getting to your goal for a long time now, and if this is really what you want, right? You really want to get to this goal and you want to make it, get help, guys. It's simple. Get help. That is the fastest way to get to your goal. Find a professional that you know, like, and trust, and just be open to their feedback and applying whatever they tell you into your life. Anytime that I've had great success, I've had some kind of coach or some kind of feedback external from myself, okay? You got to understand that, and you got to be almost put your ego aside to be able to accept the help, because once you do, boom, it's right there, right? So hope this video helps you. I will see you next time.